to our JCVision interactive flat panel display. So the device that we're going to speak about today is an 86-inch display, which comes with Android 13, RK3588 motherboard. So firstly, I'll just describe the unit, the external features that it has, before I can jump into the software features of the display. So looking at the top part, the display comes with inbuilt 8-array microphone and also an inbuilt camera. And with this camera, it supports auto framing and it's 4K. Apart from this, there are magnetic styluses at the bottom for both sides of the screen, and there are USB ports on the front side and also at the back of the screen. On the other side, there is the power button and NFC option that you can use for the display. So jumping into the software of the display, just looking at this is the welcome page that comes on with the display, and there are different applications which are there. And swiping up of the screen, you can select applications that you can pin onto the main screen or that you want to remove onto the main screen. So on either side of the screen, there are shortcut menus that are there on the display. On the far left, there's the one to turn off the screen, and on the far right, there's the option for the OPS. On either side of the screen, there are shortcut menus that come on the display. The top part being applications which are pinned on top, and the middle part is the functional part where you have your back, home, and settings menu. And you also have options on the display where you can annotate on the screen. You can screen capture, you can record what's going on the screen. You also have the option for the source of the ports which are on the display in bold, and also have the stopwatch. And you can also increase the volume, the brightness of the display directly from here. And you also are able to see the recent tasks that would have been opened onto the display. Further to speak more about the software, I'll just quickly go through the whiteboard software features which come with the display. So if you take out the pen, it will automatically open the whiteboard software. And for the whiteboard software, on either side, there are shortcut menus that are on it, and you can easily interchange the content on the left and right with the click of a button. So the first option that I'll just quickly go through, you can add multiple pages onto the unit, and they'll be indicated here, and you can select to delete like specific pages that you want to delete, or you can just delete all the pages depending on your needs. Then I'll interchange to bring the other shortcut menu on my side. On this side, we have the option to change the brush style that is on the display. You can also import, like, let's say, an old whiteboard document that you've been working on. You can just import it back and continue where you were. You have the option to save the content, and you can save it onto the display in these 3 formats, or you can save it on a cloud storage. You also have the option to change the background features of this whiteboard, and you also have preferences to, like, if you want the whiteboard to always remember, let's say, the pen color that was selected previously, it will just be able to toggle this on, and then it will do so. You have the palm detection option that you can use on the display, and then you have the option to exit if you want to leave the whiteboard. Furthermore, you have the option to share the content. So let's say the amount of pages that you've been working on, you can then save them in either QR code format, so you can just scan to share it to the users, or you can just have it shared by email in PDF format. So you just input the details and then share the content. You have the option to minimize the bottom menu so that it's more clean, or you can just enable it back. To speak more about the different pen options, that are there. So you have the main pen option. So with this you can select. So on either side of the pen, it will just write the same way because this supports dual pen and dual writing. So you can select the option for this. You have the option to select, let's say, convert the text that the words that you've written into text. So for example, I can write, and the device will automatically convert it into this. You have the highlighter option, so you can select the highlighter and then just highlight on the content that you're working on. You have the option to select shapes. You have the option to add emojis onto the screen and you can write. So you also have the option to select the color of the pen, different depending on the tip of the pen. So for example, I can choose red. Then the other side, I'll choose it to be yellow. So then the other side will be yellow. The last pen option is the front tip would be the pen, and the back tip would be the eraser. So for example, I can write, and the back tip you can then use it as an eraser to erase whatever that you be working on. Apart from this, you have different eraser options that you can use, which is a smaller tip, bigger, and then the medium tip, or you can completely erase all the content that's on the display. So for example, I can just erase all of it, and all the content will be erased. This supports multi-touch points, so multiple people can write on the display, or you can select one point touch, so you can zoom in and zoom out into the area that you're working on. You also have the option to select what you're working on, and you can move it around. Apart from that, you can duplicate it, so you can copy and paste the same content. You can also have the option to search, so you can just search, let's say, on Google, and then search, if it's a searchable item, you can then search the content on Google. You have the option to invert the content vertically or horizontally, or change the color of the border that's on the display, depending on you. And then you can either convert the text into whatever that would be on it. You also have some math tools that you can have on this unit. So you can have your protractor, your compasses, your ruler, all these you can have them on the screen. You have the option to insert different figures. So you can insert plain shapes, 3D shapes, or like colored shapes. You can also insert the table onto the display. So I'll just get another page. And then you can also have options to insert different items onto the whiteboard. So from your images, videos, PDF, you can even search on Google while it's in the whiteboard software. And you can also have, like insert sticky notes, for example, and then type it down and have it stuck on the display. You also have the option to split the screen, so you can split it in this mode, or either 3, 4, 5, or 6 individuals, and people can write without interfering with each other, and you can change the pen color and also erase according to the page. You can choose to save the content onto the display and then use it like for later purposes. Or you can exit into and continue onto the normal whiteboard, or you can import what has been worked here into the whiteboard and have it inserted as a picture. feature onto the display. The last options are to like reverse what you've done or to undo what you've like maybe let's say erased on the display. Furthermore, you can then have more applications on the display. So if you swipe left, different options will come on the display. This supports wireless screen sharing. So from your mobile phone, which is Android or iPhone or your tablet or your laptop, you can wirelessly share content to the display. And for let's say if it's in a business setup where you need to use the BYOM function, you can use it directly from here and onto the display. You also have options to add applications. Let's say if you have other applications that you want to download, you can then add them via Play Store. You can also have the options for Chrome, for browsing. You can have WPS for like your documents. And you can have the option to add like different cloud services. So let's say you can add Google Drive or OneDrive onto the display. You can have the option to see the user manual of the display so that you can easily follow how to use the display. So previously highlighted, this comes with inbuilt camera and microphone. So whenever you speak, this supports framing. So it will frame the content based on what you're saying or what you're working on, and it will frame it onto the display. And this is 4K, the camera, and so you can see the camera supports 4K on the display. Furthermore, you have the option to have the email option, so you can easily share content from the display to the other individuals in either the school or if it's a business, then it would be in the business. You have the option, let's say, to quickly share content. So for example, let's say it's in a meeting setup or it's a school. So you can just open any QR code scanning application. So just scan and then open the link. Then you can either choose to upload the file like a new file, or you can take directly from your camera. So for example, I'll take the screen and then okay, and then upload it. And once it's uploaded, it will indicate on the display. So you can then select. So you can send multiple files and then download it. So it will download. And then now it indicates that it's downloaded, and I can open the file, which I just showed like sent now. So you can just maximize, zoom in, you can see the file content, or you can import it into the whiteboard. So it will be imported into the whiteboard, and then you can work directly on the picture. Or you can have the option to just select delete and then have it removed from the screen. And then exit. The file manager option that you have here is the same option that you have on the main screen. And you have the option to add like NFC devices. So you can just click on add and then stick your device to the logo, and then it can be added onto the screen. You have the option for like settings, the different settings that are on the display. The welcome page that you can use as a welcome note for different customers, or if it's for school, you can write maybe the introduction to a topic that you want to discuss into the classroom setup. You have the whiteboard software, and then onto the system settings, you can have the split into different options. So the Wi-Fi, the Ethernet, you can have the hotspot, and you can change the hotspot name and the password. You can enable the Bluetooth onto the unit, and if you have external Bluetooth speakers, you can pair to the screen. You can have the option to change the picture and sound settings on the display. You have the option to change the wallpaper, like the background background of the wallpaper, and the time. You have multiple languages that are supported onto the display. You have the power options where you can even set the display to switch on at a specific time and switch off at a specific time that you have set. And you can enable the camera and microphone, so you can just choose the option to switch them off, so that if you're not choosing them, you're not they don't bother you. Or you can do the same for the mic and camera. You have the option for security settings where you can lock the USB, so that if someone connects an external device, it doesn't corrupt whatever that's on the display. You have more settings, and also you have the device settings about the Android system, the RAM and storage that's on the display, and also how long the display has been on for. So these are the quick settings that are on this unit. Now I want to show you another feature that the display has. So for example, if I open the whiteboard, once it's open like this, I can choose to minimize it and have it float. So the application will float on the screen, and you can choose to change the size of the unit. You can pin it, you can close it, or you can maximize it back. So whenever you see the shortcut menu on the display, it means that application can be minimized, and the recent tasks or recent